Welcome along everyone to episode number 34 of season 2 of our F1 2019 career mode with SpScore Racing Point for the Hungarian Grand Prix. And hey, we have both of our developments. Goody. Really? The light bulb just went off. I'll fill you in at qualifying. Trust me on that fact. So, it looks like it's going to be a wet qualifying, so we're going to qualify last. So let's see how our development... Oh, we're now with a fifth, we're in the middle. So it looks like Mercedes have brought some upgrades this week. But there are our upgrades. Yippee-ki-yay. So we are now third in powertrain behind Haas and Williams. Got to get on that, boys. Come on, we have to get on that. We need some engine. Although we don't know what's going to happen with the thingies yet, do we? We're still second in aero, so that's good. We haven't really upgraded the aero as much as we would have liked, but we've upgraded it enough. And we're still second worst in chassis. If anything, Ferrari have gone further away from us. How is that possible? That is not possible! Yeah. We're going to have to sort that crap out, as they say. Have to start getting ultimates and majors in. Well, that's all that's left, ultimates and majors. So let's see who's brought some. Haas have brought something, so have Williams. It looks like Mercedes did. McLaren, Ferrari, and everyone else. We brought something, but everyone else didn't upgrade. So we're going to use all the old stuff for qualifying. Let's check the championship. No, we're not. We're going to check. We're going to check qualifying, folks. So now we're going to check the championship. So we have a 107-point lead over Lewis Hamilton, followed by Valtteri Bottas, Sergio Perez in fourth now, Charles Leclerc in fifth, then Kevin Magnussen, Alex Albon, Sebastian Vettel, Devon Butler, Nico Hulkenberg, and that is your top 10 in points, just like that. And in the constructors, we have a 143-point gap ahead of Mercedes. Wow, that's big. Followed by Haas, Williams, Ferrari, Renault, Red Bull, McLaren, and then bringing up the rear, Toro Rosso and Alfa Romeo. And they're the only four yet to score, thanks to Danny Rick scoring a couple of points in Germany. So Kvyat, Stroll, Giovinazzi and Raikkonen pick it up. So, with that being said, we're going to get practiced. Not that that means much around here. Then we're going to get qualified. Not that that's going to mean anything either. And then I predict we'll see you at the back of the grid for what should be a very lively and eventful Hungarian Grand Prix, folks.
It's always wonderful to come back to the lively Hungaroring, a popular destination this, nice and close to the beautiful city of Budapest, with some exciting racing to boot. Who can forget Michael Schumacher pushing his old teammate Rubens Barrichello up towards the pit wall in 2010, or those great races of 2014 and 2015 as well. We're northeast of Budapest for the race today at the 2.7-mile Hungaroring circuit. 14 corners here, 8 to the right and 6 to the left, on a track where downforce is king and passing is notoriously difficult. Also here, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about Paul. They've got a really good lead in the championship going into this weekend, so it feels to me that they've got one hand on the trophy.
Let's not get too ahead of ourselves, Crofty. Yes, it looks like a big lead, but all it takes is a locked break into turn one, a sticky wheel nut in the pit stop, and that could all get turned on its head. You can never discount one more sting in the tail.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, and it's Kevin Magnussen in P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Perez, Sebastian Vettel and Leclerc, Weber, Albon, Butler and Lando Norris, Verstappen, Hulkenberg, Daniel Ricciardo and Gasly, Kvyat, Grosjean, Kimi Raikkonen and Antonio Giovinazzi, Stroll and Poole. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Keep your eyes open on the run to turn one and keep it clean. We want to come out in one piece. Good luck.
Just like I predicted, we're not we're back in the grid. But we almost didn't make it through practice. Here's why, folks. Yeah, so here's why then, folks. Watch the South. Oi! Watch this. He absolutely assassinates us. Oh dear. Let's have a look from my view here. Here we are, minding our own business. And boom! Absolute assassination. Let's look from the Alpha, which I believe was Raikkonen. Look at him move his wheel. And oh dear me, that could have come out worse. So yeah, we almost got killed in practice at the corner that Massa almost lost his life at as well. But one-stop race today for us. And now it says go from softs to mediums, but we're going to flip it. We're going to go from mediums to softs, because I think that's the right way to go. So we'll try and have as less time on the soft tyre as we possibly can. Try and minimise the damage. Not that I don't think we'll get any higher than we already are, but you never know. You never know. From back of the grid, we've got to try something. If we pull off this after another qualifying disaster, which we did take new components after that as well, so we got brand new a lot of everything again. But from 20th on the grid, can we do another Silverstone? Can we pull it off yet again? Here we go then, folks, to the running of the Hungarian Grand Prix from all the way back in Romania. 5 red lights are out and it's lights out, and away we go. It's a great start at the front of the field for quite a lot of drivers. As usual, we didn't get anything near the old start yet, so let's just throw it down into turn 1. Hope no one bangs into us. We came close to the back of a Renault. That was for damn sure. We don't want to be any closer than that, any closer. And we're going to have to spend the next few days wondering what we did with that move. Where are we? There we are. Oh wow, around the outside of the Renault. I think that was Hulkenberg we went around the outside of. He must have left the door open there. That's going to leave him vulnerable to something. I don't know what he's going to leave him vulnerable to. But it'll be to something. I think we've also got a... Did we get a Red Bull there as well? Yeah, we did. Look at it. Look at this car on the move. He's charging. He is absolutely charging. Don't... Oh, that's very wide. That's more wider than you dared go. Good Lord. Yeah. So yeah, that happened. So this is on lap 2. We're passing Devon Butler here for P10. That was a sweet pass down the inside that we went there. As we go back through the field, and here comes Nico Hulkenberg, about to be passed by the man Gasly for P13. That's a sweet pass. That's job done there as well. Oh, I thought it would be done. It's not quite done. But up at the front here, that's us passing Norris. Oh, big dive bomb! Hello! Ian Paul went to the Daniel Ricciardo School of Dive Bombing. Hey, we're back live again. We are back live, folks. As we go up a little up the way to Lucas Weber trying to side up Alexander Albon for P6. Alexander Albon, who had this stellar race in Germany. He's having not such a stellar race here at the moment. Where are we? We must be up in P8. Because there's the fight for... Yeah, there we are. We're right behind this. We're in the fight. We're P9, actually. We're in this fight. This has been... Normally... I would say this has been an absolute riot from us, but this has been an absolute thrill to watch as Albon gets his man and passes Lucas Weber for P8. Let's go back down the field here. This is Nico Hulkenberg struggling for pace. He's passed by Kvyat. Something not right with this Renault. I'm thinking of a move to Renault. I don't know if that's wise, as Raikkonen looks to the outside of Hulkenberg as well. Don't know if that's going to work out for you, Kimmy, so you might want to hold back there. Oh, it might do, up the hill to turn 4. Give me the go, son. You going to try around the outside? Yes, you are. You've got him. P16 for the Iceman. The Iceman does cometh and the Iceman does taketh away. And we fling one down the inside of Weber. Oh, well, we don't have to give that. We got to give that back, surely. We've got to give that back. We, unless they're going to let us have it. I think they're going to let us have it here. Don't ask me why. The FIA taking a relaxed stance on this. As whoa, flinged up the inside of Alex Albon. We're P7 right now, and Daniel Ricciardo's out of the race. Last race it was Devon Butler. This race, Daniel Ricciardo. His car has just come to a complete stop. Well, it will come to a complete stop in a second, not a moment too soon. There we go. Although that's not the best place you want to leave it. Who's there? This is Charles Leclerc. Let's line up Sergio for P4. Come on, Sergio. You need to do a better job here, man. We had a talk about this in Germany. You need to do a better job. If you're not going to do that better job, then quite frankly, you shouldn't be in the car. And he's lost P4. What an idiot. Back down the field here. This is, who's that? That's Hollywood Lance Stroll, about to be passed by Tony Giovinazzi. Yeah, there's why we call him Hollywood. He locks it up big time whenever he's put under pressure. And that's Giovinazzi up to P18. So, up at the front here. Oh dear. Yeah, that's, yeah, we backed out of that one. So the FIA are definitely watching. Although I don't know why they didn't penalise that move from us before. They should have done, as we come up to where Ricciardo decided to hang it up for the day. And what are we in? We're in P7. That's Vettel in front of us. Perez is in front of us. That shouldn't be too much of a fight. I say it shouldn't be too much of a fight. It might be a bit of a fight. So we set the fastest lap of the race. 19 in the 19s we go. As who's this? It's Devon Butler. It's got to be, because it's the only Ferrari left. He's passing Lando Norris. This is a continuation from Germany for P10. I think he's got a bit of unfinished business there as Mr. Butler. He wants that position back that was stolen from him. Actually, it wasn't stolen from him. It was taken willingly. You fucked up. As Nico Hulkenberg is passed by, again, trying to pass Kimi Raikkonen. That's not going to work, Nico. P15 will remain Nico, although he's come back around the outside of turn. There you go. That's the end of that big lock-up from Nico. And that is him. Done and dusted. As we come back to us, look how much we're all over the back end of Sebastian Vettel. My God, we're harassing that ass. And running wide at the same time. We lose a little bit of ground to the 4-time champion of the world. As we go up to the 2 hairpins at the end of this lap. I tell you what, Bottas is not too far up the... Because Bottas has been the dominant car all weekend. All through practice, all through quali. Bottas is not too far up the way here. As we see Hamilton attempting to pass Kevin Magnussen. That's for 2nd place. And that looked a little... Well, I thought that'd be a little easier than it was. But Magnussen holds his ground. Fair play to K-Mag. Now, Sergio, we need to have a word here, mate. Come on. Pull your finger out. Pull your finger out. You've just let Sebastian Vettel pass. Round the outside of him, you keep P5. He's going to go around the outside of you now. Are you a idiot, Sergio? Yes, you are. Hang it there and dive bombing down the inside of turn 4 for... Urgh! He's so frustrating and so annoying. Let me past him and I'll show you how it's done. And I mean I'll show you how it's done. be done properly as well. As now we go back to some previous action. This is Norris and Verstappen for P11. Maybe Lando's got a bit of an issue, because that looked a bit easy there. And P11 will belong to young Max Verstappen. As who's this? This is Bottas pitting. So Bottas now in the pits. So he's going to go on to the medium tyre. Anyone else coming in with him? Doesn't look like it. Looks like everyone's carrying on. So Magnussen leads this race. On go those shiny mediums, and off we go. Oh, here comes some more takers here. That's Perez. Well, it looked like Perez. Now where's he coming out? One of the Williams is in. He's coming out around that fight with Lando and the man Gasly for P13. I think it was P, but yeah, it would have been for P13. So let's have a look at Weber. No, sorry, that's Norris. No, that's Norris. No, that's Weber. Sorry, that is Lucas Weber. He's being passed by Devon Butler, GP2 rivals, resuming hostilities, and Weber keeps that position momentarily. Now let's see this pass that the man Gasly put on Lando Norris for P12. Well, it will be P12 when they pass Bottas there. And that is job done. Now, Bottas has come out. Oh, look how close we are to the back of Vettel. That is closer than you even want it, folks. Any closer and we'll be finding out the name of the man that made his gearbox. It'll be a bald guy named Jeff. Guarantee you. So we're just coming up. Where are we? P5. We're going as long as we can on these mediums, folks, as Vettel goes in the pits. So I reckon if we put a few hot laps down, we'll beat Vettel. This is a comeback, folks. This is a comeback to end all comebacks on lap 8. We're second at the moment. Only Magnussen is in our way. I think we've got this. Something tells me as we go to Bottas now, passing Lando Norris for P5. There's the Mercedes coming out behind Bottas. As we go to Perez. Perez has found himself in P12 with Grosjean. So that's Giovinazzi, I do apologise. That was easy. He needs to pull his finger out of his ear, because if not, he's going to find himself in a whole heap of you-know-what. As we're now giving chase to Kevin Magnussen. After another qualifying disaster, I wouldn't think we'd find ourselves up here. The podium is on for us. The podium, folks. And these medium tyres are giving up some grip. They're giving me some grip to get these laps down. I mean it, if we come out in front of Bottas, as there goes Magnussen, so we will now be the race leader. New leader over the line. And that lap wasn't, it was a fast first sector, but pretty piss poor few sectors after that. That's what I say to that. But we don't want to be piss poor for too long. As is this Hamilton? Yes, that's Lewis Hamilton. Lucas Hamilton. Who's Lucas Hamilton? He's passing big lock up though, and he's passed Roman Grosjean now for P6. That's him up another position. Oh, as we're almost on the grass, folks. Oh, we have. I tell you what, we're getting away with some of these moves here. Now it says if we pit now, we'd come out 10th. Obviously, we're going longer. And I think Devon Butler's doing the same here. Butler could be on some points if he carries this on. But we come out P10 at the moment, and we got now P9 now. So we've got 2 laps to really crank up the pressure and come out somewhere decent. I don't want to say whereabouts we'll come out, but oh god, I tell you what. And now we've got a DRS failure. Not that we need it, because there's no one in front of us, there's no one behind us. We can't exactly defend. And into turn 1 we go. Butler is 11 seconds behind us. Bottas is 15. So I'll tell you what, if we can come out in front of Hamilton and Magnussen, that would be job done. As Leclerc goes past Roman Grosjean for P7. I think here comes Sebastian Vettel. He's going to give him the treatment as well. But Grosjean's going to hold firm, and he's not going to hold firm because Vettel's going to go around the outside of turn 2, which means he may get him up on the run up the hill into turn 3. Grosjean's put up a fight here, but that is P4. Will Sergio come through for P5? Yes, he will. So that's 3 positions lost by Roman Grosjean. So P7, 8 and 9, he's down into 10th. As Giovinazzi's being lined up by Danny Kvyat. Another lock up there from Giovinazzi round the outside of Kvyat, and he'll hold on to that position. That's fair play. P16, he'll remain. As Kvyat thinks about another go, but that's not going to happen. Now, who we got here? This is that is a replay for some reason of Grosjean being passed that we saw earlier. I don't know. Maybe the cameraman, maybe the director is German. He wants to see this great move that Sebastian put on Grosjean, and then wants to see the Mercedes power car Perez get past him again. So P7 is Leclerc, P8 Vettel, P9 Perez. Job done. And now for some reason we're seeing. I tell you what, the cameraman here has lost his senses. I don't know what the crack is here. Earth to Mr. Director, you're concentrating on the wrong fight. Thank you. So there we go. We're now back where we need to be. P11 on lap 11. So this is our pit lap here. Where are we going to come out? We're 13 seconds ahead of Butler. We're about 18.5 seconds ahead of Bottas. I think Bottas may take us, but I think we've got Hamilton covered. And speaking of Hamilton, there he goes past Nico Hülkenberg for P5. That was made to look a little easier than it should have been. So Nico down a position. As we go back down to Giovinazzi and Kvyat. Now will Kvyat get the job done again this time? Oh, he's going up the inside this time. That's job done. Well, I think that's job done. Giovinazzi's going to fight him around the outside of turn 1. Down to turn number 3. Helicopter giving you some great shots here. Although they've disappeared behind the trees for a bit. That's going to be Kvyat's position up the hill. In fact, it's going to get it before the hill. So there's P16 for Danny Kvyat. Nice and easy now. Here we go. Where are we going to come out? Is the question that everybody wants to know. Because I think the win's on here. The unlikeliest of unlikely wins. We did this though at Silverstone. On go the soft tyres, and there we go. We are out. Now then. Where's Bottas? He's somewhere. Oh, there he is. He just disappeared on the bottom of the screen. There he is, right there. Oh, another lap and we'd have Bottas. Well, this is on now. We've got the preferred tyre and this is on. Meanwhile, on the same, on the previous lap that just happened, Norris is having a go at Giovinazzi. That's P17. Go around the outside of the hairpins. If he gets that done, that's a good pass. And he has got it done, so fair play to the Englishman there. Didn't think he'd get the job done, but Giovinazzi might come back here. He's going to come back, and all that hard work, Lando. All that hard work come undone. How do you feel, sir? Well, he's actually keeping the fight going. That's how he really feels. And you think that that's P17 finally done and dusted. Good, good. Look at this. We're all over the back of Bottas already. Bottas is powerless, folks. He is powerless. He is powerless. Oh, where are we going? Inside line. Dive bomb. Dive bomb. Oh, Bottas has hold on for the moment. Oh, he's not going to hold on for much, but we are all over the place. We're all over the shop. Dive bomb. And that's the lead. New leader out of nowhere, folks. That is incredible how that's all come about. As the man Gasly's lining up Lucas Weber for P11. How have we got into the lead of the race at the back of the field? That's insane. Around Hungary, probably our worst circuit. And speaking of worst circuit, Raikkonen's in P13. He's having a great run. But he's about to be passed by Nico Hülkenberg for P13. That's a drink. My God. And we set, look at this. Fastest first sector. Fastest middle sector. I would say get ready for a new PB here. That's probably going to obliterate that 119 we did earlier. We would hope it obliterates the 119 we did earlier. Let's see what it's going to be. Oh, an 18.7!
Keep this up.
Good Lord! And look how much distance we put on Bottas! I mean, don't get me wrong, in practice we were nippy. But my God, that is OP! As who's it? That's Butler. Is he passing Albon here? Yeah, he's passing Albon for P8. Devon Butler's having a good run, folks. Making up for Germany. That's fair enough. No problem to be had there. Oh, it's still going on turn 2, but I think that's job done now. Yep, P8 for Devon Butler. As we go back to the Alfa Romeos fighting. Hey, no, that's not. Trolled by a Renault looking like an Alfa Romeo. That's Grosjean passing Raikkonen for P14. And that's another place for him. Look at the mini-map, folks. We are putting distance between us and Bottas. If Bottas isn't careful, he's going to end up in the clutches of K-Mag. I wonder then if Bottas has a problem. And if he does, is he managing that problem? Because that would just be an absolute kick in the teeth when he's at the fastest last sector of anybody.
Increasing our gap on the car behind by around a second a lap.
Into turn 1 we go. Yeah, tell you what, let's go for a fast lap here. Down into turn 2, brake, and you want to get the car turned in just nicely, hook the apex up, and out we go. Over turn 3, it's just an acceleration zone now. Turn 4, it's a blind crest. You don't see it until right there. Lift off the throttle, then through we go. Into turn 5, just ease the car forward. Don't touch that curb because that curb will spin you around. Into turn 6 and 7. Over the curbs. Yes, use that curb. Very nicely to turn the car into turn 8. This horrible, snaky little section, which just seems to go on forever at the top of the circuit. Now through turn 9, it's barely a king. Turn 11, if you lift off and just ease the car through. Down to turn number 12. Big brake, so you can brake a little later than you actually think for turn 12. And then into the final 2 hairpins. Turn 13. Just hook the apex up, and then turn 14. Be careful of the wall on the inside. That will wreck your race and ruin it at the same time. And out to the last corner, down the main straight to start lap number 16. Oh my giddy golly. We're 4 seconds ahead of Bottas, folks. 4 seconds. From the back of the grid to 4 seconds in the lead. I thought our car was good in practice. This is just putting it on a different dimension. And I mean a different dimension. This is not just a drive. This is not just a class drive. It's not a world class drive. It's another level world class drive. As what happened there? Bit of a screen freeze there.
Data shows the tyres are okay.
For some reason,
We anticipate good levels of grip
as
for
we
the
go
next at least.
into turn 13 and coming up to start lap number 17 after we go through turn 14. I cannot believe that this is actually going to happen. Well, I say it can't believe it's going to happen. We haven't won the race yet. Another fastest last sector from ourselves as we head down to turn number 1. And I don't want to say the word easy because no race is ever easy, folks. But this is an annihilation. This is a embarrassment. If I was all the other teams, I'd look at this car and I'd think, what has this car got that we haven't got? And I'll tell you, it's got speed. As we go back to, I mean, that's Lucas Weber and Nico Hulkenberg fighting for P12. It certainly is. And that is going to be P12 for Nico. As our phone goes off with all kinds of notifications. If you wonder what that clicking was, we've turned the fan on. Because all of us, when you have all the electricals on in this room, it gets warm very quickly. Doesn't help that we have the boiler in this in this room. As we come out the last corner to start the final lap, folks. Set another fastest lap at 18.6. We just hooked that middle sector up. That's incredible. I don't want to say that this was an easy run, because no Grand Prix is easy. Anyone will tell you that no Grand Prix is easy. But this has been easy to get from the back to the front. As we see Albon passing Devon Butler for P8. Albon needs to pass Butler because, yeah, that's always going to happen. Yeah, that's done and dusted. We're just going through the S's for the final time. Words fail me sometimes. And I mean that. Words do fail. But my God almighty, folks. Qualifying disaster, 20th from the back of the field to win the Hungarian Grand Prix. It's immense and it is darn right unbelievable, folks. We win! We win the Hungarian Grand Prix. What a car, what a machine.
And an incredible win for Racing Point. A brilliant performance. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
The Racing Point team will be very happy with today's performance and the final result. Another display of excellent driving and excellent teamwork, and a well-deserved first-place finish. Let's have a quick look at how the driver standings have changed. Poole increases their championship lead. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
I have to give it to Poole. They fought so hard and had incredible pace at times, so I don't think anyone else did a better job today.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Racing Point continue to run away with it out in front. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
There's no words. There's no words, mainly because I've probably exhausted my voice. Tried blowing it out while doing that, but we win the Hungarian Grand Prix from the back of the field. Bottas in second. Kevin Magnussen brings home a podium finish for third. Lewis Hamilton, Charles Leclerc, Sebastian Vettel, Perez. You must do better. P7 is not good enough. Alex Albon, Devon Butler and Max Verstappen round out the top 10. And Ricciardo, the only non-finish of this race. We have got to go toward Leclerc because that was a good finish for Kimi there. But that was just insane.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it. You gained a lot of positions during the race, didn't you?
Oh, you know we did. We went from last to first, you silly woman. Oh my god. It's nimble and light, it was a breeze.
You're beating all expectations.
Yes, you didn't all underestimate me, and you're allowed one mistake. Next time you get punched in the face. But it's gotta be the chassis. All about the fucking chassis, man.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Thank you very much. How did we do that? 20th to 1st with this car. It's absolutely amazing. Busting, as we would say. Hopefully we got a lot of resource points. We can get an ultimate upgrade for Singapore. I think we do. Give me them resource points, man. Everyone's impressed with that, aren't ya?
Great work this weekend. It was fantastic.
Just in time for the contract negotiation. Now, this will probably be my last contract negotiation with Racing Point. I have thought I may leave before the end of the season
Change the team that we're negotiating with.
to go to a team that would really want me. Now, obviously Mercedes will be where I want to go, but you know, we could negotiate with someone else. We'll have a think about that. Think about that greatly, I think. See where we end up. But well, there we go. There's the contract negotiated. What more needs to be said? So that's from the next weekend. Let's go have a look. Can we get an ultimate upgrade? An ultimate suspension upgrade. That'd be well cool if we could. Let's have a think. We could definitely get a major. Definitely get that major if you wanted to. But look at it, I think we can get an ultimate here. 1500 resource points, which one's better? Looking down the lines, that would really vault us up the leaderboard around that McLaren Renault area. Rear floor under tray. What about that one? That one wouldn't, so it'd be this one. We'll go for the rear floor under tray. 3 weeks it takes. That would put us around the Singapore Grand Prix, and what a Grand Prix for that to come into, because Singapore relies on aero and it relies on chassis as well. So we'll get that set in, and if we get enough points from Belgium, we'll get a major going at the same time. So we've got plans in place. That is what we're going to do. Oh yes, that is what we are going to do. That is what we're going to do. Good, right. So that would put us up. So there you are. You see, we took all new everything. We didn't take new gearbox because this was the last race for the gearbox. So now we basically got ICEs and whatever to play with. We can play everything around And we don't have to change everything until the end of the season. We can basically run it ragged, which is what we like to do. Run it absolutely ragged to the bitter end. Put all the R2 stuff on and then just use the 3, 4 and 5s for the races. How simple's that? That's how it should be, folks. You going to give me a look at the constructors? Yes, there we go. 121 is the gap to Hamilton going into the Belgian Grand Prix. It promises to be a good Belgian Grand Prix. We won there last year with a car that was worse than this. How can we not win the Belgian Grand Prix with a car that's worse than this? But guys, 20 likes on the video just for that utter domination performance. And you can subscribe for more daily NASCAR Heat 4, Snooker 19, WRC 7, F1 2019, as well as other live streams available throughout the week. When you hit the notification bell, you'll get notified when they come in. We're going to replace this gearbox, and until next time around the Spa-Francorchamps circuit, we'll see you all then. And it is ta-ta for now.